Up next, the Rockets taking on the Pelicans. For Houston, they've started the season with an even 1-1 split, shooting to get on the better side of 500 tonight. Pelicans, Rockets, the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Joining Craig Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the always insightful Kenny the Jet Smith. Kenny, it is so great seeing you.
Hey, Gregory Anthony. How are you today?
We're doing well, Kenneth.
We are. But it's good to have another guard on our row here, isn't it?
You know what? It just brings a whole new level of intellect to the broadcast.
Thank you so much.
Well, guards are the quarterbacks of basketball.
Well, if you wanted intellect, I'm the guy to bring down from up there.
Yes.
Spell intellect for us real quick, just so we can get a taste of your...
And now we're back off to the LA. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're off. Let's go to the game.
D.A., take it away.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was, led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and of course, the late, great Kobe Bryant headlining the 9 inductees. There was tremendous poignancy with Kobe's inclusion coming so recently after his tragic death. And it was a night that none of us are going to forget. Guys?
Thank you, D.A. The NBA being so much about entertainment, Kenny. If you had to choose the best showman in the league, who would you pick?
Ooh, the best showman.
With style and charisma.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he'd be right up there, wouldn't he?
LeBron is a showman, but Steph is, I think, the top of the league. Giannis is a showman, but he's by grit, Harden, and maybe someday Zion.
I would go with that as well. The one thing that the one reason that I have a little concern with Steph is we haven't those other, like LeBron doesn't have to have a great team.
Wabun's checked in for the Rockets. Porter comes in for John Wall. And the Pelicans also making a change. Diaz is checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Back to Porter. Inside. Wood with the bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Now the pass to Adams. Now, here's Junior, defended by Gordon. Ingram passes to Diaz to stop the run, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. He hits the 2nd from the line. Here's Bradley. Pass to Wood. Over Hayes. Wood can't hit.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Bradley against Ball. Pass to Junior. 5 to shoot. Ingram attacking. That one goes in. Kenny, your teammate Akeem Olajuwon, a lead on both ends. Who do you think is the best all-around big man in the game right now?
Well, as great as Akeem was, you know, Shaq was probably just the greatest ball handler as guys today. You know, you think about that, like Giannis and Embiid, those two come to mind. They probably would have gave it to Shaq, but he would have had his shit.
It's Ingram on the wing. Down low. New Orleans moving it around. Dishes it to Junior. Back to Ingram. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound, Hayes. And he converts the layup.
A hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Houston leading by 5. Covered by Hayes. And it's blocked. And here's Junior. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
Again, just watching Zion's leaping ability, gets over the defense and easily finds the rim.
Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Mavericks. Here's Bradley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw missing.
There's a nice, quiet leadership quality that Avery Bradley gives to his teammates, and it's something that the coaching staff absolutely is on board with.
And the Rockets making a change here. Houses checked in to the wing right side, to the middle, and it's Hayes in the corner. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Bradley. Alexander Walker passes to Hernan Gomez.
Competing in the painted area, Willie not shying away from the contact, and now he'll will his way to the free throw line.
The Pelicans have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And officials have been more vigilant, guys, whistling the travel violations that we see. At the same time, the league revising the rule book to clarify the gather step when players terminate their dribble. Kenny, in that regard, do you like the way the game is being officiated right now?
What is a gather step? Either you're walking or you're not.
Well, it would seem that way, wouldn't it?
Either you're moving or you're stationary.
The gather step's always been there, though. It's just, honestly, a lot of guys didn't have the ability to and didn't know how to master it. Iverson was the first guy that I saw that had mastered the gather step. And that's, to me, it's just kind of the
It's
evolution.
walking in my book, Greg. It's still walking.
No, it's you gathering. You get that extra. It's basically, it gives you a half a step.
I'm old school. It's walking.
You're old.
Yeah, and you didn't finish school.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Gobby's checked in for Junior. Whole new 5 on the floor. The Rockets shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Wood. Ball with it. So the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Junior, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Williamson right side. Deep 2 from Ball. Again, the Pelicans score.
And this summer, Vince Carter retiring after his 22nd NBA season. That's a record for longevity in the game. Kenny, he's closer to our age than he is to some of his teammates.
Yeah, that's amazing. A guy could do it at this level so long and really help the team instead of just be on the team. He's an incredible athlete. That dedication and willingness is just rolled over into time.
Never had to be the main guy at this stage of his career, always wanting to supplement, help, tutor, mentor, and he stayed healthy.
Stayed healthy, that's the key.
Well, when he gets around there, because he's so long and so quick off the floor, Brandon Ingram tough to stop.
To the inside, here's Gordon. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Ball dishes to Adams. To the paint. Again, the Pelicans score.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
And it's Wall with the ball for Houston. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And in that one, the backups came to play, gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Adams, the pass to Diaz. Back to Adams. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Throws it up high. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
It's Ingram on the wing. He dishes it to Junior. Knocked loose and stolen by Gordon. And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul. Houston leading by 22. Here's Wall.
Well, he can guard multiple positions, and Lonzo Ball's versatility helping out on that possession.
And the shot goes in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, we see rookies like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton who chose to play in the Australian League rather than college basketball. Kenny, is that something you would have ever considered had you been in their shoes?
Well, no. I don't think I would have ever been in their shoes, honestly, because my thought process would have been totally different. But I do understand how some players will opt for that option, but also it's taking a huge gamble. And, it's going to probably work out for these two talented young players, though.
And the reality is most of the guys that have done that, it didn't benefit them. Because what people don't factor in is you're a young kid, you're going to live in a foreign country, different culture, you're going to be around people you don't know, and generally you don't get to play the game you played in high school because you're not the focal point. So it is a tremendous risk, and most people don't get to see you play until you get to the league.
Wow, it just feels like Eric Gordon is sinking everything right now. He's definitely the team's #1 option on the offensive end.
Right wing. Ball, the pass to Diaz. Feeds to Adams. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, Adams, with that kind of positioning so deep inside, he becomes a force down low.
To the middle. And finished off by Wood.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Inside, here's Diaz. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Porter. Houston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And the basket by Gordon.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
It's Ingram on the wing. That one falls.
Brandon Ingram showing off the ways he can score. You know he's playing well when he's this patient to do so.
And the foul called on Junior. That's foul number 2 for him. Houston's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Kenny, you've been an NBA analyst for over 2 decades, which is hard for me to believe. You look so young, like you go out there and play right now, but I'm sure this job has changed for you in that time, right?
I think the job has not changed, actually, because when I first got here, I used to watch film every day. And
when
actually,
you first started as an analyst?
Every day for 1 year.
Did you?
Every day.
And then you found out that what?
I found out, I sat with the executive producer and I figured out what I needed to say, doing why, when, and what. Then I just use that now. I just go back to those meetings then. There's nothing changed for me from that first year which I knew nothing, to now after I knew something.
Being the award-winning broadcaster you are now.
It's that first year.
Yeah, I would concur with His Majesty. The Jet.
Thank you. I've never been called Your Majesty.
You are now. The Pelicans have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And he can't get the first one. And the Pelicans making a change here. Hayes is checked in. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Houston's gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. And that one's good by Porter.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Diaz. And a miss there on the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
He's a
We'll tell
fellow,
G-Way
back.
fellow PG. We got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And what an experience it was, Greg, to have Kenny joining us. You always know he's going to give you his honest opinion, which makes him so great.
And Kevin, and throughout his playing days and now as a broadcaster, Kenny has never pulled any punches. He'll tell it to you like it is, and that's one reason he is so beloved.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the difference in that one, the efficient.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. Deciding to change it up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. They've got Porter. He's out there with Avery Bradley. And it's Wood in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Diaz the pass to Adams. And the shot goes in. Adams has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, that 265 pounds out there, it's pretty solid, a wrecking ball.
And it's blocked, and he gets it back. Here's Nwaba with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Nwaba's got his first points in this one.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Passes to Diaz. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. This is his first free throw of the game.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but
Platoon swap here for New Orleans. At the elbow, it's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
Pelicans shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then it's James Johnson. Then it's Junior. And Junior, coming into the NBA from college ball, wasn't the top recruit from his class, Greg, but he showed what he can do.
Junior had some fantastic performances during his college career. Nobody was quite sure where he would land in the draft. This team's convinced that he can be a factor in the NBA.
Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And that one's good, Junior.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. They grabbed their own miss.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Johnson, the pass to Diaz. Crops in the layup for 2.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The Rockets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Gordon kicks the wall. Back to Gordon. It's not going to go for him. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Johnson dishes to Junior. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see and let's go play.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And how much strength is on display right there from Zion Williamson.
And starting really from when he was born, Williamson has been slated for greatness.
Well, when your parents name you after Mount Zion, which is the highest point in ancient Jerusalem, there might be some blessings coming your way.
Wood against Williamson. Baseline try. Pelicans with the rebound.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down. Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Williamson against Augustine. The pass to Tate. Lock at 6. Pass to Wood. And yes, it's good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And the foul called on Junior. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because I think they're on to something if we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Here's Diaz. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Dante Exum. You know, Brent, some unique conditions to say the least for the NBA restart. Do you feel you would have thrived or had a hard time in that bubble?
Well, that's a good question, Kevin. I like to think that I would have found some way to make positive contributions to the team. I think the interesting dynamic to all of it is the fact that guys love to compete. And there is no way for you to fake that kind of enthusiasm, that kind of drive, that kind of motivation to be on the floor and do your very best no matter the situation. That came out last year as we established the NBA champion.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Augustine finds Exum. A floater. And finished off by Wood.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
To the inside, trying to get open is Johnson, and it's Junior missing. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Diaz, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah, no
that long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. You remember it like it was yesterday. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Guarded by Augustine. Ingram outside. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Junior.
And Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
The Rocket shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's Augustine. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
The Rockets making a switch here. Houses checked in. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Here's Diaz. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And the first one at the line is good. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center, able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now Augustine. Teardrop shot. Something that was floated as an idea last in the second bubble in Chicago. Britt, do you think eliminated teams deserve to finish their seasons?
I really don't, Kevin, for the sake of the matter that we're talking about people's health and the risk involved around players, their families, their extended families. If you didn't qualify, if your team wasn't good enough at the point that the season was suspended, I agree with the way the league went about the teams that were invited to compete in Orlando and to let the other teams spend the time, the most important time.
Diaz is checked in for New Orleans. 1:58 left in the game. And Gordon over to help. Johnson right side. Down low. Here's Diaz. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 6 assists in the game.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Houston leading by 20. There's 1:34 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wall. Softly drops in the floater. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat.
One shot.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan. And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control. Yikes. Bad miss. If he could be more assertive as a finisher inside, he would be so much more effective.
Bucket is good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Houston. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist from Wall. Gordon's got 33.
And once Eric Gordon receives that pass, he's just rising up, so a natural rhythmic jump shot.
Hernan Gomez passes to Diaz. And the basket is good.
That is all timing right there, just led him perfectly.
Now here's Wall. And the foul called on Junior. That will be foul number 5 on him. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.